ஆழ்வார் எம்பெருமானார் ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம். ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம்.
pOgu nambi. pOgu nambi means oh, you go away.
Why he said that?
Because he came late a little bit. See, Perumal is giving separation and union to Alvar constantly. The whole Prabandhams, Thiruvirtham, Thiruvasriyam, Periya Thiruvandadi and Thiruvaimozhi, in all of these pasarams, Perumal is giving constant experience to Alvar. And he wants Alvar to sing these pasarams so that through these Upadeshams, many people will be saved from samsara. But Alvar in the first pasaram itself, he says, Poinindrayanam, Pollavulukku, Alukudambu, Innindanema, Ini Amuramai. I cannot stay in this samsara even for one more second. If Alvar doesn't stay in this samsara, then how can we get those pasarams? We have to get these pasarams from Alvar, that is bhagavAn's divine sankalpam. For that, Alvar has to stay in this world. But in the first pasaram itself, he is declaring, I don't want to stay in this world. Please take me immediately. So Perumal says, okay, now we have to somehow engage Alvar. We have to play with him. So he comes and unites with Alvar in his mind. Everything is happening in mind. Alvar stayed in that beneath that tamarind tree only. Tirupuli Alvar. He did not step out even to Polithu Indrapiran Sannidhi also he did not go. He was only in divine tamarind tree. That is how fixed he was in his position. So he is having all of these experiences, all the Divideshams he has performed, Mangalashasanam, all the different incarnations he enjoyed, all the different anubhavams he had, like sending messengers, saying that he will perform madal, and doing anukaram in Kadanyalam Seidenam Yaneyanam. He is pretending to be bhagavAn. So all of these experiences were in his mind only. So Perumal, what he does is he gives experience, union in his mind. So Alvar gets that feeling that he had really union, and then moments later he will realize, oh, this did not happen physically. It only happened in the mental platform, in the mind. So once he realizes that, he will look to get physical experience. He will stretch his hand. He will open his eyes and see if Perumal is in front of him. At that time, Perumal will not be there. So now he becomes very upset. Now he starts singing with sorrow. And then he will sing like that 10 pasarams. At the end of the 10 pasarams, Perumal will appear in front of him through his mind. And now Alvar will feel very happy. Oh, Perumal has come. Now I am happy. So he will sing the Phala pasaram, the final pasaram where he explains the result of this particular decade, whatever the benefit is. So this is how he kept Alvar going. And that 1000 pasarams he vowed Alvar in the beginning of Thiruvaimozhi. He made Alvar sing 1000 pasarams in this manner only. Or 2-3 padigams. Alvar will be given union, and then separation, and then union, and then separation. When that separation goes to the extreme, Alvar will say, I am going to send madal now. And then Alvar will say, I am going to send messengers now. I'll go out to the seashore, see the birds in the orchards there, and send them as messengers to Perumal. So these kind of experiences Alvar was having. And many of those, all of those have essence, tatparyam. And through all of those tatparyam, the highest principle of our sampradayam, highest principles were revealed. For example, if he sends messenger, that is indicating the role of acharya. Because here, if a bird is sent as a messenger, that bird has feathers, wings, both sides. So Acharya has Jnanam and Anushtanam. The Pakshi has wings in both sides. So this is how it is equated. The bird will go from one person to another person, deliver the message and unite their thoughts. Similarly, Acharya is going from the Jivatma, going to Perumal, informing the case of Jivatma to Perumal and making Perumal accept that Jivatma. Just whatever Pirati does, same task is done by Acharya. Pirati is the pioneer for making Perumal accept Jivatma. So all the Acharyas are following the footsteps of Pirati in this. So these kind of concepts, if Alvar is sending Madal, that means he is unable to bear the separation from Perumal totally, and he has become totally mad. Like in those days, people will perform Madal when a man likes a woman very much, but the woman is not responding, or a woman likes a man very much, but the man is not responding to her. So at that time, to make her desire public, she will perform Madal. Performing Madal means they will have a horse-like structure made, and they will pretend that they are riding on that, and they will go with a palm leaf in their hand with the drawing of the beloved person, the man or woman, and they will cry out in public, "This person is not accepting me." Looking at that, somebody will go and tell the other person, "Don't you have any sense? Don't you have any compassion? That person is so much in love for you. Why don't you accept?" So either general public will do that, or their own relatives, the boys' parents or girls' parents, they'll see, "Oh, look at the other person, he is so longing for you. Why don't you accept? You are not going to find a better person who is in love with you." Like that they will advise. Or finally the other person himself or herself, they may accept, "Oh, this person has so much love for me. Why don't I accept?" So these are all concepts in the exchange between Jivatma and Paramatma. When the Jivatma is sending Madal, that is, the Jivatma is now showing his helpless nature. I don't have anyone else to speak for me. I am alone. I want to really reach you. So when that is heard by Bhagavatas, and that is heard by Acharyas, then they will unite the Jivatma to Paramatma. They will speak on behalf of us. Just like in that other case, how some town people or some elders, they will make that union happen. Similarly, this Jivatma Paramatma union will happen. So these are all Tatparyams, essence in Alvar's Pasurams, which were revealed only because Alvar's Pasurams came out for us.
So the union is Adikalamdu, Virkalamdu,
Which one?
Adikalamdu.
Yeah, Avikalamdu, Virkalamdu.
It is mentally or physically? So physically for Atmas or mentally?
See, for Atma, it is Atma to Atma, there is no body in that. It is the thought process. The Atma has the knowledge aspect. When that knowledge expands fully, then he is able to understand Bhagavan's mood properly. He is able to respond, manifesting his Paratantriyam properly. So it's all in the knowledge level only. But for experience, that physical form is required. That is why in Paramapadam also, when we go there, we get physical form, and with that form only we can serve to Bhagavan. So there also Atmas go, and it is said that Atma can take 1 form, 3 forms, 5 forms, 100 forms, 1000 forms, as many forms as required for service, and that will be determined by Bhagavan himself. It is not, sometimes it is said that the Jivatma can take on his own, but the Jivatma becomes totally subservient on Bhagavan when that Atma becomes liberated. So at that time there is no specific personal interest for the Jivatma. It is all Bhagavan's interest only. So that happens. So it's at that time the experiences will be beyond the materialistic conception. It is not just the body conception which we are having here. because it is not the materialistic body here, it is only spiritual body there, because there the whole Achit is also Pancha Upanishad Maya. Here it is Pancha Bhutam, Achit, body is. There Achit is Pancha Upanishad. So it is not the material body, the spiritual body, which is not having this decay or any the materialistic things which happen here. Those things don't happen there. So there also a physical concept is there. The concept of service involves some physical form. But experience is for the Atma. Joy and... See, Atma will only know joy and sorrow. It doesn't know whether it is hot or sweet or spicy. Those, let's say we take some food and we put it in our mouth. The tongue knows that it is hot, spicy, sweet, bitter. But from Atma's perspective, it will only be joy or sorrow. That is what Atma feels. It doesn't feel anything like sweetness or those things. For Atma, it is only ultimately joy or sorrow. But the physical experience component is also there in Parampadam also. Here also we are serving with our body. We can serve with our mind also. We can serve with our speech also. There also those things will continue. But it's all spiritual there.
ஆழ்வார் எம்பெருமானார் ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம். ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம்.
To learn such valuable information about our SrIvaishnava Sampradaya, please download KOYIL, KOYIL app from Google Play Store or Apple App Store. Our website is koyil.org, KOYIL.org.